Welcome to Mind Beyond Matter, the channel where we peel back the layers of existence to explore the profound questions at the edge of science and spirituality. If you're fascinated by consciousness, reality, and the mysteries of the self, you're in the right place. Today, we're asking a question that challenges one of the most deeply rooted assumptions in science and psychology. Is the mind inside the brain, or could the mind exist beyond it? This isn't just an abstract idea. It's a question with real implications about who you are, where consciousness comes from, and whether your awareness is bound to this body, or something far greater. So if you're ready to expand your perspective and question everything you thought you knew about the mind, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join the journey as we go beyond the brain and perhaps beyond matter itself. The brain as a receiver. For decades, neuroscience has operated under the assumption that the brain produces the mind like a generator creating electricity. But some thinkers, scientists, and mystics propose an entirely different model, that the brain is more like a receiver or filter of consciousness. Think about a radio. The music doesn't originate inside the radio, it's transmitted from a source and simply tuned in. Could the brain be doing the same? This filter theory goes back to thinkers like William James and Aldous Huxley, who proposed that the brain might restrict or narrow down a vast field of consciousness into the focused experience we call the self. In this view, consciousness doesn't come from the brain, it flows through it. Near-death experiences and consciousness without a brain. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence for this idea comes from near-death experiences, NDEs. In many reported cases, individuals who were declared clinically dead, no heartbeat, no brain activity, described vivid experiences of awareness, light, and even observation of events happening in the operating room. How is it possible for consciousness to exist when the brain is offline? Dr. Pim van Lommel ***, a Dutch cardiologist, has studied NDEs extensively and published research in the journal The Lancet suggesting that these experiences cannot be explained by brain function alone. If consciousness can exist while the brain is not working, where is it? Quantum physics and non-local mind. Let's venture into the world of quantum physics. Some interpretations of quantum mechanics, particularly those that deal with non-locality, suggest that particles can influence one another instantly across vast distances. Could consciousness operate in a similar way? Physicist David Bohm spoke of the implicate order, a deeper level of reality where everything is interconnected beyond space and time. He speculated that thought itself may not be located in the brain, but woven into this hidden field of connection. In other words, the mind may not be in the brain at all, but instead, the brain is in the mind. Memory beyond the body. There are cases of individuals with hydrocephalus, a condition where cerebrospinal fluid fills the brain cavity, who have only 5–10% of normal brain matter, yet function normally or even excel intellectually. How is this possible if the brain stores all memory and cognition? Some researchers suggest that memory could be non-local, more like a cloud network than a hard drive. Your memories, thoughts, and experiences may not be stored in your head, but accessed through it, like logging into an invisible field of information. Rupert Sheldrake's theory of morphic resonance proposes that memory is not stored in the brain at all, but in a collective field. It's controversial, but incredibly thought-provoking. Mind outside time. If the mind is not confined to the brain, what else might it not be confined to? Many people report precognitive dreams, intuitive insights, or déjà vu experiences that suggest consciousness may have access to time in a nonlinear way. If your mind isn't locked in space, or even time, what does that say about your true nature? Maybe, just maybe, your awareness is not a product of matter at all, but something eternal that touches matter only temporarily. The collective mind and the field of thought. So far, we've explored the possibility that the mind is not trapped inside the brain, that it may extend beyond it like a field, an ocean of awareness. But what if your mind is not only outside your brain, but also not entirely your own? Pause and consider this. What if what you call your thoughts are ripples in a vast, shared consciousness, a collective mind that we are all part of? This idea isn't new. In fact, it's ancient. Carl Jung spoke of the collective unconscious, a deep layer of the psyche containing symbols, archetypes, and memories shared by all of humanity. These are the primal patterns that appear in dreams, myths, religions everywhere, across time and culture. Why do so many civilizations dream of floods, sky gods, dragons, and rebirth? Perhaps it's because the dreamer is not individual, but collective. In more modern times, philosopher and systems theorist Ervin Laszlo introduced the concept of the Akashic field, a universal field of information, existing at the quantum level, that connects all things and all minds. In this field, every thought, intention, and experience is recorded like vibrations in a cosmic memory bank. And here's where it gets truly fascinating. Studies in parapsychology and quantum entanglement suggest that minds can interact at a distance. People who are emotionally close often report sensing each other's thoughts or feelings without a word spoken. Twins separated by continents feel each other's pain. Sudden inspirations arrive as if transmitted from beyond. Are these coincidences or glimpses into a deeper, collective reality? If the mind is not confined to the skull, and thought is not confined to the self, then what is thinking through you? Maybe inspiration doesn't come from you, it comes through you. Maybe you are not the source of consciousness, but its instrument, its unique expression. And this means something profound: you are never alone. Every mind is a doorway. Every thought, a thread in the tapestry of shared being. What you think, feel, and focus on ripples outward, shaping the invisible field we all inhabit. In this view, the mind is not an isolated signal, it is part of a symphony, and your awareness is one of its many voices. So the next time you close your eyes and listen to the quiet whisper within, ask yourself, is this me, or is this the universe thinking out loud? Consciousness as the ground of reality. Now let's go even deeper. Some of the world's most respected thinkers, from Max Planck, the father of quantum theory, to Bernardo Kastrup, a leading voice in modern idealism, have suggested that consciousness is not a byproduct of the physical world. Instead, they say consciousness is the foundation of the universe. Matter, space, and even time arise within it, not the other way around. This is the ultimate inversion. Instead of you being a body with a mind, you are a field of awareness in which a body appears. The mirror of inner and outer. When you look around, what do you see? A world of objects? Or a world of symbols, each one reflecting something inside you? If the mind is not contained within the skull, but stretches across dimensions, then the outer world is not separate from your inner world. The two are one. This is the core of mystical experience, what sages, shamans, and seekers across time have described when they speak of unity, non-duality, or awakening. You are not trapped in your brain. You are the sky. The stars. The infinite ocean of awareness dreaming itself into human form. The invitation to see beyond. So, is the mind outside the brain? Maybe we've been asking the wrong question all along. Maybe the real question is, where isn't the mind, asterisk asterisk? Because once you realize that consciousness is not confined to flesh and bone, everything changes. Death loses its sting. Time becomes flexible. And you begin to live not just in the world, but as the world. This is mind beyond matter, where we don't just explore questions, we become them. So if this journey stirred something inside you, subscribe, reflect, and share this with those ready to wake up. And remember, you are not in the mind. The mind is in you. Until next time, keep wondering, keep awakening, and keep going beyond.